I dipped out for a minute to go watch this fight over here with my boys. I tell y'all like this, man. It's time to confess. Have you ever taken back a girl that cheated on you because she was honest? I took one back that cheated that was dishonest. But have you ever took one girl back that was honest and came out and confessed what she had actually done? Curious to know that. And you might say, well, what makes you so curious? Cheap for the streets. Now, granted, when this happened to me, I was very young. When I dated this girl, we were in a great relationship, great space. And her materialism came into fact to play, where she was impressed by shiny rims on cars based on, the illusion of what wealth and what happiness was about. Then she realized she made a mistake and tried to come back. And I allowed her to come back. The breakup happened quicker the second time around because you automatically know the person you're dealing with. But once again, she saw the person with the shiny rims. The materialism and the issues were still there. So breaking it off with that person was essential. Now, this is different because, see, she never admitted to what she was doing. I had to catch her in the crime. Now, for you, it's different. You have to actually, in other words, be subservient to the idea of her sitting you down, telling you, I cheated, I'm confessing, but I still want to be with you, not that other person. But I wanted to confess what I've done. Would you take that person back who came to you and confessed to you? He said, I called. He said, I talked bad to her until I left. He said, I forgave him, then broke it off. Give her 5 fingers and a palm. Called her a whore for 2 months straight. No, not at all, no. Well, here's the situation that's on the table. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because this is an exact situation that happened. Now, this woman who's dating this man has $200,000 that he got from his grandparents passing away and had him a trust. He had $200,000 from his parents passing. He makes good money at his job. At that time, he's making 80-something thousand a year at his job. So he's got security, She's got a job. They go on vacations and trips. And on a trip, she ended up going out to the bar, and getting tipsy, and he went home early, and she met somebody while on the vacation trip, and she went back to the room with him and slept with the guy. Right? She was like, "Oh my God, I regret this so much." She just acted weird the whole vacation trip. They flew back home from the vacation, and he knew something's wrong. Like, this is his girl. So there's something wrong with her. And next thing you know, they go ahead and make a decision. And that decision was clear. She wanted to sit him down and confess. So she said, that time I was there, we was drinking, you went away, and I went and I had slept with this guy. I'm embarrassed about it. I didn't tell anybody. You're the only person I told. I cheated on you. I feel like crap. And I still want to be with you, of course, but I cannot live my life, with that over my head. And that's what I'm saying. In that scenario, now that you know the story, would you have taken her back? If she did it like that, would you have taken her back? Would you have taken this lady back? Forgive but not forget. So would you have taken her back? So some of you saying yes. In this scenario, you would take her back. Well, he decided to forgive her and take her back. So he takes her back. And they're not married yet. They're still just dating. So 2 years after this incident happened, he proposed. And they get married. One's married. In 2016, his girl is spotted at a concert. Like, I don't know who the artist was, but she was spotted at a concert hanging out with a dude, a guy. Now, the only reason she got spotted is because the co-worker knows that's her boss's wife. Like, he's the supervisor, like, at the job. And he was like, "Oh, I saw your wife at the concert." She didn't think nothing about it. But she saw him with another person and was like, she made eye contact with her once. And the wife kind of like, "I don't know if I know her." And then dipped out. Well, these scenarios continue to, go their own, way, their own routes. But I always say it is very imperative to keep the same energy. No matter what you're doing, keep that same energy, because you never know when it's going to be needed and relevant. So, he comes along, said, "You went to a concert the other night?" She was like, "Oh yeah, remember I had tickets." He's like, "Did you go with anybody?" Because my employee said she saw you there with some guy. And she was, "Oh my God, no." She was like, you know what's his name there? Yeah, there's a lot of people went to that concert. So he didn't think nothing of it. Okay, that's fine. Then, here it is. An event takes place where, I forgot where she works, at her job, and they're doing a blood drive. So they're doing a blood drive, and she's assisting the blood drive. So, who comes up to the blood drive? A guy she used to sleep with back in the day. She's now married. So this person that the wife used to sleep with that shows up at the blood drive is actually the person she went back to have an affair with while still with the husband once she was married. See, she didn't have this guilt thing no more. The husband took her back the first time. And he asked me, was he crazy? Because he ended up finding out by putting a program on her phone that record keystrokes on the computer and stuff. It's like you can get the passwords by finding, it locate the keystrokes. So they had the list of passwords it could be, and he found her password and got into the computer and saw the messages going back to before they were married. And she's talking about her husband to him. And was like, yeah, I know, but, he's probably got a life insurance policy that's probably about 5 to 10 million. So she's like, I would be a fool to risk my marriage to leave and run off with you. I mean, all of this was in the messages. So he got all of those messages, copied all of it, took pictures on his phone, and was like, I got it all now. So he wants to get a divorce from his wife, and he wanted to confront her and be honest. So he's like, why were you honest the first time and now you're not honest this time? When he sat her down and told her. And she's like, one, I can't believe you invaded my privacy by hacking into my account. That's a felony. So you're going to be hearing from my lawyer. He's like, your lawyer? She's, yes, you're going to hear from my lawyer. You hacked into my computer. He's like, I just want to know, why weren't you honest this time? Because you do stuff like this. He's like, I've never done stuff like this until you just forced me. You putting so much pressure on me. You didn't used to be like this before. You drove me to go sleep with that guy. So, as I always tell people, I said, look, when you took her back under those conditions and what she did, you were of value to her. Now she knows if this guy really loves me, he's going to forgive me. So if she knows that, if you forgave her before, you could easily forgive her again. No, he had a judge that was pretty much in his favor. So they just end up getting a divorce. She didn't get what she thought she was going to get out of the divorce, because all his money was put in an IRA she couldn't really touch. He pays her alimony for the divorce, and that was it. They didn't have any kids. They split the house, so she got the money on the house, and that was it. She's pretty much done. I think she's remarried now and everything. She got remarried probably like last year. She didn't get what she thought she was going to get out of the divorce. That's for sure. There are several people who wanted to see her fall flat on her face. And she's still out here, and she's going to cheat on this new husband, if she isn't already. She's a very beautiful girl, just misguided. So you got to ask yourself, if a girl cheats on you, do you take her back? What do you do? Okay, I'm going to get in here because it's coming down now. I'll holler at you.